So today we're going to be playing more of my favourite game about digging.
It's the only game about digging you play, bro.
Firstly, never call me bro, mate. And secondly, nah, it's not the only game I play about digging. There's also games like Terraria and SteamWorld Dig 2.
Ah, yeah, both good games.
Yes, good games. No, great games, in fact. However, they both have one fatal flaw.
What's that?
Well, let me explain. When I dig a hole, I expect the dirt to get dirtier. Not like cleanliness dirty, but more like quantity dirtier. Hydroneer fulfills this primal dirtying that we as humans crave.
Sorry, what?
Shut up and listen, that's what. You start out by customizing your character, which, unless you have friends, you will never see anyway. I did try to play on my own for a bit with a split screen, but much like my family, I got tired of my company and I had to leave to start a new life without me. New life started, you begin your journey much like you'd start a game called Hooker Killer Simulator, underneath a lamppost with a shovel and a lantern.
Kyle, bro, you're getting really quite brave with your jokes. You sure people will find a joke about killing a hooker funny and not offensive?
I thought I told you to shut up and listen.
But it's really quite offensive. You need to...
Moving swiftly on, we've already made hilarious gags about both the shovel and the lantern in a previous video, so I'll save you the repetition and fill this video space with an unnecessarily long explanation on why I'm not going to make jokes about them instead. Anyway, the basis of the game remains the same. You need to dig dirt and force it into a little bucket until it can stomach no more. You then empty its contents into a bigger, hungrier bucket. Next, you carefully mix that with some water from the nearby river. The final step requires the use of a Harry Potter on a budget style broom, which you use to clean the dirt so that it can reveal its innermost shinies. With said shinies, you can sell them to make some much needed C's, so that you can evolve both as a person and a business. However, that glimmer of hope you have for your future while carrying your coins in hand to shop is soon destroyed by the realization that for the next foreseeable future, you will continue to dig holes by hand. At this point, you may consider doing something illegal, like punching a baby or stealing. However, stealing still isn't a viable option. Now, an attempt to steal in this game is met not only with a blood-curdling scream, but you get a face full of mystery white powder. I really hope it's not anthrax again. Back amongst the dirt, once you've dug a hole large enough that you could comfortably curl up into it and die, you are ready to take your bucket of loot back to the shop and reap your rewards for a second time. After the sale of your goods, you may be left with an unsellable glowing shard which claims to be used to power mining machines. However, you know that its purpose in the game is actually just to insult you as a person, as you dig by hand and can't afford to use the fancy smancy machineries. At this point, it's best to throw the shard in the direction of the villagers' houses so that your anger can be known to all. With your coins in hand for a second time, you can return to the shop where you'll discover that 25 minutes of digging pays less than working at McDonald's, and you still can't afford much of anything. However, even with my math skill maxed out after primary school, I still managed to select an arsenal of tools to begin crafting that fit my budget. The next steps were to simply load up the truck and bring it to our plot of land, from A to B if you will. However, I decided it was the perfect opportunity to try their emergency eject feature that allows you to relive the old days of the car being completely uncontrollable, and I went from A to C to D to E to F and eventually back to B, where I landed safely, by the way. After this, you can set up your furnace, check the heat level by standing in the flames, before throwing the witch's cauldron into it until it gets really mad. Do all that digging and stuff that got you the shinies in the first place, and then pour the shinies without any consideration of what they are into the angry cauldron, so it can digest them into something a little more fluid. My favourite, freshly squeezed metal juice. I joke of course, even though the liquid looks inviting, don't try to drink it or you'll be dead inside like me. Instead, pour the contents of the pot into the mould, and hey presto, you've made your first Lego brick. The Lego brick is much like a child, in the sense that it is accepted in society more than the raw ingredients are. And therefore has more worth to people. I celebrated the sale of my Lego brick by throwing objects at the locals. Now we understand the smelting process, we will make the biggest bar anyone has ever seen in this entire world. In order to make all the money in the game at once, we can start by adding the glowing shard to the batch, a little FU to society. Next comes a quick 80s montage of digging, water, smelting, repeat. Oh, the montage is still going? Not that quick then, is it? A bit long, in fact. I mean, we've seen the process, we get it, we understand how it works. So why do we need to see this 3 times? Oh, okay, yep, so now it's 4 times, yeah. Now you're really starting to take the piss. Just smelt the bar already. And bam, a little shiny glowing bar is born. Only thing left to do is sell this piece of crap and get rich. Hold on, so you were basically worthless because I melted the shard first and it made everything else I did pointless? I see. Okay, yeah. Only one thing left to do in a situation like this. Wow, look at all the money we got from selling that shard bar. We definitely didn't earn it by going back and digging another hole. Anyway, we now have enough to purchase a few more pieces for our empire. We'll just take it over to our land. Hold on a minute, it's the map. Oh god, I remember you. Do you remember me? Okay, so this is kind of what I meant earlier by the dirt getting dirtier. While filling in the hole, I'm pretty sure I'm producing more dirt than I started with. It definitely might be more dirt than I started with. If only there was a way to make gold from this dirt, we'd be rich. This does, however, give me a good idea. So we'll hop on over to the other store in Bridgeport and grab us a few concrete blocks that we'll basically use as scaffolding for our next project. It shouldn't take long to fill the truck with some of the building materials. See, I told you, we're done already. Now just to drive back home, or we can just meet you there, whatever. Now that our car abandoned us like my parents did, we can make a magic carpet ride like we'd done in my previous video, as it worked really well. And it was easy enough to build if I remember. It just took a pallet and a carpet. Now to test it. Great, that didn't work at all. Seems they fixed the bug. But can we make something else with the pallets and a little magic? Well, it certainly flies, just without me. This is more like it. I can glide across the map using this method. I just need to learn to control the direction it's going a little better. Anyway, transport sorted. Let's buy a few more pieces, such as this magnet on a stick, which is probably my favourite thing ever. A better shovel so we can dig by hand, but quicker. A different witch's cauldron. Variety is key to life, even if you have no idea what the stuff is used for. Now just to get home. Whee! Almost there. That was unnecessary. Now we're back, it's time to start the project I had in mind. Basically, I thought we could build a house, similar to the one I had previously, but maybe a little bigger. We can use the dirt getting dirtier trick to make something, but I don't want to waste too much time on this. Okay, well I might have got a little bit carried away again. Instead of a dirt house, we now have a dirt castle. It comes complete with a grand hall and chandelier, a fully functioning kitchen with a fridge freezer stocked with only the freshest food, all the tools one would need to prepare food, and 2 fire things to cook it in. Linking the kitchen to the dining area, we have a corridor that has a trash disposal chute. Basically, I just threw any of the junk I found while digging down there. In the dining area, we have a king-size table, mood lighting, and Renwalks, which is like a fork, but it's actually just a wrench. Upstairs is the bathroom, complete with a bathtub filled with shiny blue rocks, and a plumbed-in toilet. Don't worry yourself about where the hole leads, it's not important. Across the hall is my bedroom. You'll be happy to hear I no longer cry myself to sleep in my bed, as I tend to sleep downstairs with the dog. Oh look, Susan is here and she's been working out by brushing people's hair.
Hold still, Daddy, while I brush your back hair.
Oh Susan, I love you.
I love you too, bitch.
After that we venture upstairs where, surprise, I have children now. This is Boris. He likes to tinker with things. I thought he had a bad smoking habit, but I tried to smoke one of his red cigarettes and it just tasted like ouchies. Hi Boris, what are you up to today? Bombs. You play nice now, Boris. Bombs. Across the hall is my other child's room, Sunshine. I'm not really sure what her hobbies are, but she tends to collect weird hollow rocks and crosses. Sunshine, how are you? Okay, sweetheart, you play nice. Finally upstairs is the newest member to the Clump family, little Timmy. I just finished building his nursery crate. Ah, I think he likes you. Now that we have a place to call our own, a place we can be proud of, it's time to check in with the family and see if we can do any chores around the house. Susan, do you need... oh crap, your head fell off again. We'll just put it... yeah. Okay, time for bed, Susan. You sleep well. What is that infernal racket? How is Susan supposed to sleep with all this hammering? What the actual F word? Who put this sign up? I bet it was those jerks that live in the castle made of stone. Look at me, I live in a stone castle. Well, at least mine doesn't smell like a damp cave. It just smells like pig poo. Let's get one of those red cigarettes from Boris and destroy this crappy sign. Boris, I just need to borrow one of these bombs. Right, here goes nothing. Take this sign. Okay.
Whack.
Well, we might need another one. That kind of worked. I expected it to fall down with only one leg, but whatever. Sunshine, we need to use your room quickly to get access to the sign. Thanks, sweetheart. This is more like it. Now we can throw the cigarettes with a bit more accuracy. God damn it. Okay, plan B. Let's strip the whole thing down, put it into a pile, and then we blow it up all in one go. Balls. Okay, in 2 goes. Well, that didn't feel good, but it's got the job done. Now we need to fix the problem, as in the castle dwellers. Time to start a war we probably can't win. Right, with our coins, we're gonna buy a bunch of dirt launchers. What the? I can only buy one? Craftable in ice helm. No one's got time for that. I guess one is going to have to be enough for what we want to accomplish. So we'll just head up to the roof. Damn it, Boris, stop throwing stuff at your sister.
Oh, I'm sorry, Father. It was wrong of me to throw bombs at my sister.
No, Boris, I was hard on you. You are a good boy. Bombs. Right, let's build a staircase extension out the back of the house. Just something quick and simple to navigate. Perfect. This will be a good place to launch our attack from. So we'll just bring the dirt launcher up onto the roof of the castle. Doodle do. I said let's bring it onto the roof, and then we'll just need to get some pipes to give it some power. We can build half from the floor and the other half from the roof. Ah, crap, we need more pipes. Okay, pipes and cart. Let's get back up. Oh, that was close. And now let's finish the pipe work. What? Oh, I'm done. I'm so done with this. Back up on the roof. What's that sticking out of the ground? A shovel? And where's it lead? Oh, yeah, I forgot I'd built this staircase. Never mind. Like my father said to my mother on the day I was born, we'll pretend it doesn't exist. Rightio, the pipe work is done. Let's fire this baby up and cause hell to open up and swallow the castle. I said hell open up and swallow. Oh, really? That's not going to work. Back to the drawing board. We're going to need more supplies, including conveyor belts. Let's just bring the truck over to Bridgeport. How did this even happen? And this? You know what? Let's bring out the big guns. First, we'll reload the game into creative mode, which enables a wide array of fun things, including a magic wand that duplicates items, a marshmallow on a stick that shoots stuff into the future, a stylish hat that lets you fly, but only if you have your eyes closed, and quite literally the sands of time, so we can pause time to stop night from ever scaring us again. But the best part in creative mode, you can steal all you want and build anywhere. So let's try to drive over to get those conveyor belts as previously planned. Okay, the car is out of fuel, and I'm not really sure how to refuel it, and pinging around doesn't really help. Hold on a minute, I've had an idea. Well, that did nothing, but I guess we could use the hat and just fly over. Whee! Belts belted, magnets magneted. Let's return home and set up. Oops. I said let's return home and set up. That's better. Before we start with this mess, I've had a wild idea. Let's dupe our wife's head so there's lots of her. That'll be really, really sexy.
Daddy bitch, daddy bitch, daddy bitch.
Oh, this isn't sexy. It's the opposite of sexy, like an abomination. Let's dupe us some conveyor belts. Oh geez, this is a little laggy. While I fix this lag by separating these belts and start work on the project, why not grab yourself a nice cold drink and put your feet up, where we will conclude this episode of Keeping Up with the Klumpdashians. Anyway, give me a few hours to build a weapon of mass destruction so that we can destroy those smug castle folk. I'll be right back. Okay, well, as usual, I'm not really sure if I'm proud or ashamed of myself. You can be the judge. Basically, the water powers the machines. The machines make the clumps. The clumps journey on the conveyor belt until they can no longer convey. Then they fly with magnets across a short distance. Thanks, Let's Game It Out, for letting me steal this idea. I know you didn't agree to it, but thank you. Then the magnets drop the clumps down onto a ramp, which leads to, you guessed it, another conveyor belt. The clumps go on their final journey up into the heavens, before tumbling down into a pile of pure satisfaction. Let's just say the castle dwellers won't be bothering us anymore. Let's just say I've buried them all. Let's just say they might all be dead. Let's just say they're all dead. It wasn't my intention, but it's the outcome, so who am I to judge if it's wrong or right? No, you're right. It is a bad thing. It's a whole new level of sin. This is probably the third worst thing I've ever done in my life. Oh god, I guess I have to save them before it's too late. They could still be alive underneath it, or here goes nothing. Yeah. That's what I meant.